Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What I have in my hands right now is the brand new Skout Epoch. Okay, nope. What I have in my hands right now is the brand new Skout Epoch. I'll never get one past you guys. You're just too sharp, and my budget cut Photoshop editing department is just not going to cut it for this. But I do believe that this gun is going to revolutionize the airgun industry. And I do have one on pre-order. I talked to Daryl over there at Skout the other day, and he assured me that that's coming next month. So that is pretty cool. And I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of heads up about this gun and why I think it will revolutionize the airgun market. So this gun is going to use a spool valve. If you are not familiar with a spool valve, it is a hammerless, springless, air-actuated valve. Very similar and exactly pretty much the same as we've been using in paintball for about 25 years. Skout is a company founded by Billy Gardner of Smart Parts paintball fame, who came out with the Shocker and the Ion and other paintball guns of note that all use spool valves. Now, they've been around for quite a few years in the game, since the late 90s, and they're currently going under Shocker Paintball, where they still produce the Shocker paintball guns, and also as GOG, which makes like the enemy paintball guns and some other stuff. Anyway, to give you an idea of what a spool valve is, I have my Planet Eclipse G-Tech paintball gun, which I use for competition paintball. And I did anodize this thing by myself at home in a galaxy theme. Pretty snazzy, huh? A lot of hard work went into that. And this thing has taken a ton of scalps. Speaking of which, there's a little reminder on the ASA there of what to do with it once I actually get on the field. But anyway, back to your regularly scheduled broadcast. So we can take a look at what a spool valve actually is. So I will put an animation on the screen in a second here too. But basically, with a spool valve, you are going to control air to push the bolt forward, and once that bolt gets to a certain point forward, it's going to release a volume of air in that dump chamber there. So in this way, we do not need a poppet and valve hammer and spring system in the gun. You are simply using an electronic solenoid, in the case of the Skout, to take low pressure air, and I think it does come from an LPR or a low pressure regulator in there, that will feed a solenoid, and that electronic trigger is going to click that solenoid and section air, change the direction of air. And so basically that air is just to power the bolt, and I don't know what it'll be called in the Skout, but we'll have to take a look when I get it. But anyway, normally the air is going to be pushing the bolt back, and when you pull the trigger and that solenoid cycles, it's going to change the direction of air. Now it's coming from the back to push that bolt forward, and then it'll release that air in there. Okay, so first air is going to come from your tank via that regulator. Then it's going to go into this regulator and get to the operating pressure of the gun. Then we're going to pull the trigger, and you can see the electronic solenoid circled there, which is going to change the direction of the air. So first you have air holding the bolt back, and then when you cycle the trigger, that solenoid is going to change that air direction and push that yellow bolt forward. Now, when it gets to the end there, it's going to break the seal and shoot air forward. So this is a basically nutshell description of how a spool valve works. So spool valves have revolutionized paintball, rendering hammer and spring systems pretty well obsolete, except for like the autococker guys, and there's one popular poppet gun, the Planet Eclipse Ego, that's still out there and very popular, but most, if not almost all tournament guns are spool valves. So I am very excited to get my hands on that Epoch. There will be a review coming up shortly on that from me, and hopefully I'll get it next month like they say. I do think, again, it will revolutionize the airgun industry, and you will start to see guns coming out that do not have hammers and springs and instead have spool valves. So very excited to get in on the cutting edge of that, and just stay tuned, guys, because I'll have some more videos on that as soon as it comes in. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, and have a great day.